Happy Sunday, people. I gotta manage my windows just a little bit. All right, we are getting started here. All right. Yes, it is me. We are getting started. This is my first playthrough of Pokemon Emerald Legacy. I don't know a ton about the Legacy games other than that they are kind of like the ideal experience sort of ROM hack. And I thought it would be fun to play a game that I've never played before that's also been made like harder by making it harder on myself. So what we're gonna do here is get started. I'm planning to do this as you know, a lot of the traditional Nuzlocke and stuff. So we're gonna get started. You know, go through the whole basics here, get our first Pokemon, a whole 9 yards. But in order to catch anything, I'm gonna have to answer, like, I don't want to call it trivia questions because it's a lot of the stats that everyone overlooks in a Pokemon, like their height and their weight. And we'll just see how far I can make it. I am actually not confident that this will be easy because whatever I encounter, I have to, you know, sort of determine how much I know. So we're going to be playing it on the hardcore mode, which features all of the difficulties of hard mode, which is set mode and no healing in battle. Plus, Pokemon cannot be revived, so it is a true Nuzlocke, and we will see if I am capable of doing this. But we'll just see how it goes. I gotta remember for keyboard controls, ROMs go burr. But this music's so nostalgic for me. Actual Professor. Are you talking about me or are you talking about Birch? Because I genuinely don't think that Birch deserves the title of Professor wearing his khaki shorts. He is too 2003 coded. Clotedo, you're asking if I can't answer a question right for my starter, do I just have to reset? So my built-in method there is if I can't score higher than a 75%, I can't catch a Pokemon. So for the starter, I figure, at least for this first round, we will just see which one I score the highest on above 75%. But in theory, once I've gone through it, if I have to wipe, I will have more knowledge, and if I get tie scores, I can just pick my starter. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But yeah, I think if I can't get the starter questions correct, I need to restart just to make a complete fool of myself. I think that is appropriate. AM. I always loved the clock setting, even if like it didn't feel like it had that much of an impact in Hoenn. It was just nice to have a little clock on the Game Boy. Also, just worth noting that the female character gets the Orange Spice GameCube. Amazing. Oh, you're right, Chloe. There's the RNG manipulation. And berries. Good old berries. When your battery dries out and you can't grow berries anymore. I also, like, the quality of life thing that I kind of wish they had done is just given me the running shoes. I know it's 5 minutes until I get them, but the old games where you couldn't run until a certain point in the story always was funny to me. You don't know how to run. You can't do it. You're wearing like flip-flops. All right, I'll just kind of breeze through a lot of this good old standard stuff. Okay, now these guys back turn. Let's take it. Nah, no theft. Naming scheme scientific? No, I think Virus Chickus. Oh, it's very impolite. But we still can't run indoors, I believe. That's a good question on the nicknaming scheme. I guess we'll figure it out here in, like 30 seconds. Okay, so this is kind of where we get into the first hurdle. So, I have covered chat, so I can't see anything you guys are saying. And we're just gonna go. So, luckily on the starters, I do get a freebie in the genus. If you're not familiar with Pokedex entries, that's that, like, wood gecko Pokemon thing for Trico. So I do get a freebie on the starters, so I am at least off to not a complete garbage start. Oh god, Trico is 1'5". Close enough. The weight is gonna trip me up. 10 pounds? Wow. I'm getting very lucky today. Okay. Oh, it's not even a... Okay, grass Pokemon does not belong to the grass egg group. Sounds about right. The other starter freebie there. Hooks onto the bottom of the feet, catch onto walls and ceilings. This is how it can hang from above. I think that is a Trico entry. Woo! Okay, 88%. So I could start with Trico. Let's move on to Torchic. Torchic is the chick Pokemon. Easy. Fire. I know that one. 1'2". And just so you're aware, the numbers are rounded a little bit, because if I had to get, like, precise weights, this would be way too hard. Like there, I think if I had answered, you know, I think it's within 10 or 15% that I said it. So there's a little bit of wiggle room, but not much. And that only applies to the weights and heights. That does not apply to things like levels. Okay, so equal for Torchic and Trico. So I could pick between them unless I, like, blow it out of the water, because I do like Mudkips. Everybody likes Mudkips. We all remember the memes. Okay, Mudkip's height. So far, they've been kind of in that 1 foot and, like, change range. How much does a Mudkip weigh? I'm gonna say Mudkip's a little bit heavier, 14 pounds. I was right that it was heavier, but not by enough. Okay. And it's definitely Water 1 and the Monster group. So the other tricky thing about egg groups, right, is especially for water types, there's actually 3 different egg groups for water type Pokemon, which is just there to ruin my day. Wow, I am flubbing the keyboard. This is a great start. Well, it definitely does not have a head split into 2. 88%. Okay, so I scored equal across the 3. I was not expecting that. I definitely expected to bomb at least 1. You do not get the Doduo. Yes, it is very hard. So since I scored even across the 3, I am going to pick, and I'm going to pick Mudkip because Mudkip is the best. Alrighty. And yeah, if anybody has any good suggestions on nicknames, I don't get to nickname the Pokemon until we're back at the lab here. But, you know, I'm just open to naming it weird stuff, frankly. I do love giving Pokemon nicknames, and I don't know... Oh wow, he had an Oranberry. I've never had the Zigzagoon in the first fight have an Oranberry. That's an interesting one, as it continues to just growl at me. After famous scientists? Ooh, that's an interesting one. I wonder if I can think of enough scientists. That might be my failing. Okay. Wikipedia side quest? Well, okay, so let's see. I think that's a great idea. So I think my idea for Mudkip then is I'll just start off with the classic, good old Carolus Linnaeus. And we'll see if I could actually spell Carolus Linnaeus after 20 years. Veldkamp? No. Okay, you're right. I am going to do a Wikipedia side quest because I don't want to disgrace myself. Okay, it is just whoops, wrong window. Carolus. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's a good idea to go see Brendan. He's gonna teach me what it means to be a trainer. Nah, Birch, I'm coming after your job. Y'all ain't teaching me nothing. I went to the school of hard Pokénox. So, obviously, as this is a Nuzlocke, any encounters pre-Pokeball do not count. Actually, let's see how bad of a start we're off to here. Impish nature. Increased defense minus special attack. That kind of sucks for a water type in Gen 3. That's, okay. Let's see if I can figure out how to get out of the menus. Guys, this is gonna be great. Frohawk? That's... What did Frederick William Frohawk do? I need to know. Oh, no, doing their best is my thing right now. We'll see how this goes. I mean, I think the battling is going to be the easiest part of this. I've played the ever-living crap out of this generation. As long as we don't, you know, get... I guess I probably should have had, like, an encounter or something to try to level up before this, but it's fine. It's just the typical starters smack each other until dead, sort of. Unless I get, like, critted. Nope. Great. Alright. See, this is gonna be easy. Totally. Zoological artist. Oh man, that'd be a great name for, like... I don't think I'm gonna encounter one because this is still base Hoenn Dex for a while, but, you know, it'd be a cool name for a Smeargle. Smorgle? Smorgasbordle? You know, just Pokemon names. We all know them. Also never quite understood making you walk back. I think it's just to, like, show off ledges. He's 5 feet tall? I don't think so. Although that does get into an interesting part about Pokedex entries that I love to bring up, which is Furret, the weasel, like, ferret Pokemon, is literally 5 feet tall. I know that one. That is a fact. I don't think you can mind game me that hard. Especially since you can only mind game me before I take the quiz. Yeah, Ash and the anime really ruin a lot of the consistency of the Pokedex entries. Especially when you get into, like, the old school stuff where, like, you have the Lighthouse episode and the 5 billion feet tall, like, Dragonite. I'm genuinely curious here. Oh, hey Mom, what's up? There we go. We finally can run. Yeah, that sounds about like Ash. He lifts a lot of stuff that he shouldn't. Although, in doing a little bit of prep research for this, I was looking at just various Pokemon entries, like both to familiarize myself with what to expect, but also a little bit of like just making sure that my code worked. And I learned that Geodude is like 20 pounds. Geodude is not as heavy as we all expect. And I wanted to check. Technically, oh, I should go sleep in my bed. Okay. That's, for some reason I thought they healed you there. Hey, Mom, I know you just gave me... Wait, I can run indoors? Have I always been able to run indoors? I don't remember. It's been too long since I've, like, actually sat down and played these games, even though I have hundreds of hours into this generation alone. No, don't tell me what to do. I'm gonna run wherever I feel like it. So, here comes our first Pokemon. Poochyena, huh? Mom could see me. She doesn't need to be told. Alright. So I'm gonna wait on the quiz until I decide I want to catch it, just to build up the stakes. I need to remind myself of move power. Tackle is 35. What's left is that. I don't think I'm gonna risk it. I think I'm just gonna try to catch it. So, quiz time. All right. So, Poochyena. Oh god, what is Poochyena's genius? I know that there's a big thing among them, like... Did I look at this one? I don't know if I did. I want to say that it's like the... Is it the bite? I think it's the bite Pokemon. Because it... Like, the big thing is just that they bite stuff. Foot and a half? Seems like most early route mons are this height. I don't know. It's like the size of a lapdog, right? Foot and a half tall, so, I don't know, 12 pounds? 30?! Oh my god, he's a dense little guy. Imagine just having a 30-pound dog that's 1 foot tall sit on your lap. Incredible. I know Mightyena has Intimidate. Poochyena must have... it's so hard. You know what? I'll skip that one. I'll come back to it. I'll see what I got here. Level up at level... I think it's pre-20. It's after... I think it's later than the starters, though. I'm gonna say... in Pokemon's eternal love of even numbers, 18. And chases its chosen prey until the prey becomes exhausted. I'm gonna say that's true. Awesome. Which now means I don't care if I get the ability wrong. No, let's just... No, why it wouldn't... It doesn't have Intimidate. I would have seen that at the start of the fight. What do starter route Pokemon tend to have? I know Zigzagoon better because I tested this code a bunch with Zigzagoon, just because I like its name. So Poochyena is kind of a blind spot for me. Runaway? Wow. Okay. Cool. I get to catch it. Wait, 3 foot tall. What did I miss? You guys tried to guess ahead of me? Okay. Let's see if we can't just catch it one shot. There we go. Gaslighting. Okay, so 1'8". I was technically a little off on the height there. Cool beans. All right. You know what? Oh, it's a little girl. Okay. Oh gosh. Female scientist names. I don't want to call it Marie Curie. Oh, you want me to name her after you? Oh god, why can't I think of, You want to be the dog. I don't think you do. What is her name that spent a lot of time with the chimpanzees? There we go, Jane Goodall. We'll call her Jane. Surprise, this is also studying if you're like a biology, zoology nerd. Alright, let's heal up here. I think we'll just kind of try to go get our catches on. Telemann? Yeah, I mean, I think discovering a comet is a good thing. I just don't know that that fits, like, a Poochyena, you know? The like, offspring of a dingo and a hyena merged into a 1 foot tall, 30-pound package. Listen, I don't need your judgment, Kiki. Okay. Alright, next route. We'll keep having Mudkip as the lead here. And I will say I am playing with the duplicate clause, so I am going to reset after this, get a different encounter. But I will take EXP, absolutely. Jean Villepreux Power? Aquariophily. Interesting. That sounds like the lead up for some sort of like Sonic-based joke of the hyphenated power kind of last time. Okay. What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? More Poochyenas. Why is it all Poochyena? Well, that's okay, Kiki. This is an educational stream. About not real-world biology. I mean, unless you encounter a Poochyena in the wild, in which case, you will know and remember, they weigh 30 pounds! Come on, anything other than a Poochyena. A Seedot. Oh no. I don't know nothing about no Seedot. Okay, we'll weaken it first and we'll worry about the rest later. Okay, there we go. That's... Oh, right, I have to do my little quiz. Alright, Seedot. Okay, Seedot is just acorn, right? It's like an acorn. There we go. Okay, that's grass. Seedot is no higher than 1 foot, right? Oh my god, it's almost 2 feet tall? Giant little... Okay. How much does a 20-inch tall acorn weigh? That has to be like, I don't know, 16 pounds? 8. It weighs nothing. This is a bad start here. Grassing group? Oh no, I am not catching this Seedot. That's okay, I have no idea what ability it has either. Oh wait, it's a grass type. It's gotta have, chlorophyll. How does Seedot evolve? Level up, at level... Oh god, I know nothing about Nuzleaf. I'm putting some disrespect on the genre. 14, wow. And it does look just like an acorn. Okay, yep, that's a sad moment here. So, we're gonna kill it. Death to Seedot. And that's no encounter for Route 103, which means we increment our Missed Mons counter. That's okay. I'm not a huge C-Dot person anyway. Maybe that's just me. See you later, Dot. Yeah, I will say having no grass type early is gonna be rough. I guess I technically still have the chance at, like, Shroomish in the forest. That might be it for a while on grass types, but that's fine. We've got Mudkip, which solves a lot of our... I didn't actually want to talk to you. I just pushed the wrong button. Let's get a little experience on Jane here. Wait, this is Gen 3. What am I talking about? You don't get experience on a catch. Okay. So we are... Right, this is a new route. Thanks. Oldale. No, 102. Oh wait, no. We caught Jane on 101. Yeah, okay, so this is a new route. Okay. Oh. That's okay. Maybe I'll get lucky and get a Ralts here. Get the Wally luck. After I beat youngster Calvin and his Poochyena. Okay. You know, I mean, I'll say that much. Early route Nuzlocke, it's totally okay to not catch a bunch of Pokemon. I'm totally not coping. But I expect I will miss a fair number of these. I am coping, and I think it's totally fair to cope here. Admittedly, it is a C-Dot. Wurmple. This is also where the, oh no, the clock does not play into it. I think it's the, like, defense and special defense stat, maybe? I don't really remember the exact qualifying condition, but that's okay, because it's quiz time to see what I do remember. Alright, Wurmple. Wurmple, I think, is just, like, and it's based on, like, a silkworm, but I think it's just the worm. It is Bug. Please let that be no bigger than 1 foot tall. A 1 foot tall bug is gonna weigh like 5 pounds. 8 pounds! It is an 8-pound worm. Bug group. It has... Oh, what ability does it have? See, I want to say Shed Skin, but I don't think it has Shed Skin as a worm. I think that's Silcoon and Cascoon. What? Shield Dust. Okay. Level up at level... Oh, I think this thing evolves early. I think this is like level 7. Wow. Okay, alright. I'm feeling pretty good about that one. Loves to eat leaves. If it is attacked by a Starly, that's Gen 4. But it will defend itself with its spiked rear. Oh. Is that a later gen entry? I think it might be. Kind of all the marbles on this question. It loves to eat leaves. I'm gonna say true. Yo! Awesome. Jean-Henri Fabre? What did Jean-Henri do? Ah, well there you go. Okay. 1 foot. Yeah, I don't like 8-pound silkworm. I'm not a caterpillar fan anyway. Oh, nickname. We'll call him Faber. I mean, it's gotta make a lot of silk, right? It, like, forms itself into a giant cocoon. Okay, we're gonna heal up a little bit, because that, we got some leveling to do. A little sad we didn't get the Ralts, but I mean, let's face it, that was a pipe dream. Okay. Well, hey, we're doing pretty good. We've got 2 out of 3 catches. That's a 60% rate. Let's start with you because you're going to be a problem. All right, let's okay. Get some simple grinds. Now watch Ralts show up. The way whose mouse moves? Or are you talking about mine? Oh yeah. There's something very satisfying about these older, like, sprite animations. It's one of the, like, I understand Pokemon had to go to 3D eventually. In like, the proper 3D entryway, not, like, the, like, Pokemon Stadium or Pokemon Coliseum 3D ways. Like, I understand it was necessary, but the charm of the sprites and the sprite art, just very, very soothing to the brain. It absolutely is. Plus, I think it makes it more fun for shenanigans to not have to worry about, like, oh man, I didn't realize Lotad was an option this early. I would have loved a Lotad. I'll admit, like, the other thing about Emerald Legacy, I know they changed a bunch of the encounters on the routes so that there's, like, more options. I am so grateful that I did not play BDSP. I mean, I don't have as much nostalgia for Gen 4 anyway, but please don't just, like, one-shot Jane. That would be terrible. In fact, that was more damage than I thought it would be, so we're just gonna bring out Careless. We're just gonna go through it. If I'm remembering right, I think I saw a clip of someone, like, also using the 3D of BDSP to, like, jump past a, like, one of the ice puzzles because it wasn't made for you to move diagonally and they didn't change it. Man, that 3-split EXP is rough. That's the one thing I always hated about the early game routes is the low-level starts. Lotad does stay on top. It's like a lily pad. It all floats to the top. It really does. Cream of the crop, even. If I was confident at, like, I think if I can get Wurmple to level 4, I'll feel more confident. Well, okay, not you. You don't get to be level 4. You're the enemy. I would feel more confident in, like, fighting that trainer and getting that juicy trainer EXP. Oh, it's just gonna take me down. That's crimes against Wurmple. Yeah. Yeah. I've always had a bone to pick with the low-level Pokemon learn sets that are all just, it knows tackle. and then you just end up in tackle, growl, and leer competitions. I do love Zigzagoon. It is like the iconic Gen 3 Pokemon for me, despite being the least iconic Gen 3 Pokemon with like Gardevoir existing. I don't know, it's just such a fun little design, and was kind of a change in like how they represented the Zigzagoons, or like the early Routmons, because like Rattata and Sentret are kind of simple designs. But you know. Oh my god, stop growling, you little raccoon. I didn't say there was anything wrong with Rattata's design. You must be a rat person. Like, Rattata's good, but it's sort of that difference of the, like, really old school Ken Sugimori's design versus the, like, I don't know, Zigzagoon feels very poised for the sort of sprite style we were doing here. And we're level 4. Let's try it. Let's take our risk here. Hyperfang solos Kanto? I don't know if it does. I guess it depends if you're playing like original Gen 1 or like a remake where stuff is rebalanced and works properly. We can't all be Youngster Joey. But that's okay, our Wurmple is definitely in the top percentage of Wurmples. Wurmple is, as far as bugs go, pretty good. Ah, Poison Sting, that will be a help. We're gonna switch out here. I'm not confident in that. As far as what I'm hoping for, I don't really think it makes a difference. I think they're both bug flying, right? Aesthetically, I do like Beautifly more. Very pretty, very cute. But Dustox is fun. We'll know once we hit level 7, because it's just determined, you know, Cascoon versus Silcoon, but that'll be rough though. I don't know, I've never had a soft spot for the Pokemon that just sit in a cocoon or a shell for like 3 to 5 levels. It's kind of what makes me like from like Gen 6, like Vivillon, that line. Because that's a big difference of like just the appearance of that middle form. But yeah, we'll see what we get here. There we go. We're playing with types now. Am I a collector of all the Vivillon forms? You know, okay, so that's a loaded question here. The answer is yes. So when Gen 6 came out, I spent way too much time on the GTS when I was filling out my living decks, and I got all of the forms except for the shoot, what is the name of it? The fancy Vivillon. I don't think it's possible to collect every Spinda though. Like, Spinda is just so huge. There are so many possibilities. But like, you know, when I collected all of the Vivillons, I was like, okay, cool. I just need to get the fancy one. And then I couldn't, and I just kind of put up with the fact that I was never gonna get a fancy Vivillon. And then, lo and behold, I think it's Legends Arceus or Scarlet and Violet. One of them makes the fancy Vivillon the default form. And that one, so yes, I have them all now, but it feels unearned compared to, I mean, I can't imagine the insanity of trying to catch every single Spinda. I think you'd have to do that on, like, a hyper sped up mode. I mean, I guess I just don't think it's... You want my hot take on that, Clotado? I actually think it is pronounced Arceus or Arceus, because if you, and here's my actually moment. So if you're familiar with oh god, why can't I think of the name of the Pokemon? Type Null, which evolves into Silvally. Silvally's ability is the RKS system, which allows you to swap the discs like the plates. So, by that logic, that must be pronounced similarly because Silvally was made to be the Pokemon that would replace God, basically. And Kiki, the thing that makes Spinda collecting a thing is that there are, like, the placement of the spots on its body is randomized, and there are, if I'm remembering right, millions of possible combinations of dot placements and pattern imprints. So there's a lot of Spinda out there, like, combinatorics wise. Correlation does not equal causation. Here's the thing. We're not doing scientific experimentation. We're doing like anthropology, where let's get some water gun. Let's get some actual stab out here. Oh, thank God. So yeah, I don't think that's correlation. I think that's just implied lore that well, it's not even implied. Silvally is absolutely meant to be a recreation of the God Pokemon. And the fact that it's just the letters R, K, and S is... Correlation is the coral Pokemon? No, correlation is not the coral Pokemon. Oh, who is the coral Pokemon? I don't know if I know the answer to that one off the top of my head. That would be a much harder, run. I think Corsola is maybe the reef Pokemon. But thank God we're not in a region that's like 75% water. Corsola might actually be the coral Pokemon. I think there's some, like, big death going on. Kiki, I think the stranger part of what you've just said is the implication that Ariel from The Little Mermaid would be a Lotad. I don't think Lotad is particularly known for its singing voice. Level 4. I'm not gonna take that gamble. We're just gonna switch into Fabra. Ludicolo. Yeah, Ludicolo is definitely the, like, dancing. I am glad I made that switch. I was not sure if it had Absorb at this level. I do think Ludicolo has a soft spot in my heart. If you've ever played Pokemon Coliseum, one of the admins for the villain team had Ludicolo, and they would dance, like, in tune to his theme. It was great. Pokemon Coliseum is great. I am going to have to fight every ounce of, like, responsibility and other games I want to play to just drop everything and play through that when it comes out on the Switch 2, assuming I could get my hands on a Switch 2. I think that would actually be a really easy game to Professorlocke, because it's just such a limited number of Pokemon you encounter that it's all pretty much set. And you'd have to decide in a few areas which Pokemon you're catching, but and just proceed here. Am I going to study in between streams? That's a good question. I think in general, I am going to study a little bit. I'm not gonna like hit the books, but looking at like potential upcoming Pokemon, like I'm not gonna study every route and know like everything that I can get. But one thing I did before this stream was I did kind of take a look at the first like 50 Pokemon in the decks and just kind of like flashcard myself on what I thought like they had. And obviously like that has paid off a little bit in that I was pretty close on the Wurmple and the Poochyena, but obviously like I didn't catch Seedot and I kind of wanted to catch a grass Pokemon. So my studying did not go perfectly, just like real life. Do I have to click through here? Or does Wally do it? I think Wally does it, which is great. I can just hands off the keyboard and just chatter. So I don't intend to does chat have homework. It depends on how much you want to grief me for my misses while so like on my screen when I pull up the little quiz window like this, I can't see the chat box and you guys can't see the specific Pokemon, although you can see its name on the side. So I will say Wally is not being very respective of the challenge here. He didn't have to answer shit. But chat does not have homework. I think that would be really weird. I can't enforce you guys doing your homework. But yeah, if you want to grief me and like, oh my god, how could you not know that Ralts was the okay, here. I'll take Wally's quest for him. Ralts. How dare Wally not know that? So I think it's the feeling Pokemon. Ralts is Psychic. Now, technically, because I'm pulling this from the Poke API, it does have Fairy in here, even though Fairy doesn't exist in this game. But I think Ralts is 1 foot, 1'4" thing. Probably weighs like 13 pounds. Belongs to the human-like. I think it's the Amorphous group. It has Synchronize, such a good ability when you're hunting for shinies or legends. And it evolves via level up at level 16? 20. Oof. Its horns capture the warm feelings of people. That is true. See, okay. Wally's good. I did fine. Wally uses Chat GPT. Oh no! No Chat GPT. That would be so bad. I do have it weighted so that the Pokedexes are slightly more likely to be true than false, simply because it is pulling from every generation of Pokedex entry to test me against. So there are some things that are not intuitive that are, but yeah, I think it's weighted like 60, 65, something like that. Okay, we'll come back and fight our dad later. Yes, I can get a Gen 1 Pokedex entry if the Pokemon has a Gen 1 Pokedex entry. So for like Pikachu, I could get some of the OGs. You'll probably recognize those ones because they have a lot of really odd character formatting. I forget how well it sanitizes the data, but like there's some of them it converts it back into characters, others it doesn't. Also, hey, let's see. What is Route 104? This is a new encounter. I don't think I stopped at the Poke Center, though. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's get our encounter here. Maybe. Hello? There we go. A Talo. Okay. Oh, that thing is tanky. Why is Talo suddenly tanky? Okay. Alright. What? Oh no. That's a big Sag. Alright. Well, that's no encounter here. Okay. The airspeed of a European Talo. That's a good question. I don't actually know. I don't think I have access to those statistics. Warrants further experimentation. And I know that I can just throw Pokeballs, but I like to weaken them. Old habits die hard. School of Hard Knocks. Yeah, I'll admit I don't typically do Nuzlocks, but I thought that would be a way to add some spice into this of, like, having some actual downside of not knowing everything about every Pokemon, or, you know, when I make misplays. Level 5, we're getting there. Okay. I will say these early trainer battles scare me the most. Like this. Let's give this a shot. This is a little risky. But, you know, it wouldn't be fun without a little bit of risk. Oh, you have made a terrible mistake, C-Dot. He is a little acorn guy. We're just gonna wait until Bide fails. And now we just get to go in here with +2 attack. Oh, that is not as much of an increase as I was hoping for. Okay, I think we're good, though. I definitely don't want to lose Pokemon early. That will be very sad. Okay. There we go. The other thing that I think is cool that they did here is that they added more double battles. I'm gonna go heal before I fight this one. I appreciate you not spoiling it. Yeah, that, I'm sure there's some pretty annoying ones here, but, again, I think that adds to the fun of me cobbling together a team. But yeah, I know almost nothing about the changes beyond, like, adding things and tweaking things, so, I'll be just as surprised as anybody. Alright. Oh, this one's not a double battle? I thought for sure it would be a double battle with them side by side. Well, we take... Actually, we take the free XP on a Magikarp. It's so hard to not want to play Pokemon when you're watching Gen 3 stuff. Gen 3 just is so nostalgic and so good. anime mechanic. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, this is the not so exciting part of a level 9 Magikarp. Definitely definitely just death by 1,000 cuts. I don't know if that just means that my Poochyena is really weak or if I'm off to a bad start, but I would say Magikarp is cute. I don't know how I feel though about its like kind of comeback reception of it used to be like very made fun of by the Pokemon company and like the anime and everything. But now there's like this big effort of, oh, we didn't mean it, guys. Magikarp is just totally pathetic. But it's just not even a trainer. Okay. I completely lost my train of thought. Wow, that's a good going, me. The big effort of like Magikarp being pathetic and weak, and then they're like, no, actually, we meant it as a term of endearment. Splash having a 1 in 256 chance. I mean, given how much like coding jank there is in Gen 1, I feel like it's not even. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. There's just a lot of weird stuff that is surprising that it is true and surprising that it isn't. Like, I know in the Gen 2 games, using the coin case, you can pretty much just inject code and, like, mess with your stats. Like, you can make Pokemon shiny just by completely messing around with things in the game. No external tools needed. Full restore? You have a full restore on Route 104? Also, we're just gonna put that there. Oh, Skitty is annoying. There we go. Only one turn of attract. That's... I can live with that. There's something nostalgic about playing through the games, not knowing, like, what you're doing and just throwing your starter at everything. That's actually my first experience with the Gen 3 games. I had no clue what I was doing. So everything was my starter, or when I got the box legend, the box legend. I feel like the Pokemon games don't necessarily need you to read a whole lot. They make slightly more sense if you can read English, but it's just a lot of, like, you know, you go here, lights flash, and then you can just kind of go back to what you were doing, and when you run out of people or things to fight, you carry on, you keep moving. Okay, let's get into the forest, though. And you know what? Let's lead with Wurmple. Yeah, I definitely think that, like, understanding money is a big thing in Gen 1, since you can, you know, soft lock yourself if you don't have enough money. Alright. Well, that's okay. Wurmple is fine to just kill. We'll avoid the dupes here. Nope, sorry Kiki, no dupes. The other thing that I'll mention about the no dupes is if I miss something, I'm not going to let myself catch it. So if I find a Tailo, it also has to die. I do think Wurmple would be an interesting thing if you wanted to try to do like a bug catcher run. But I think Gen 3 is kind of lacking in bugs. Bug professor. No, nobody needs to catch that many bugs. Let's get some heal going. Oh man, I totally forgot about the berry tags. So good. I don't know, it just made the berries and other items just feel so good in Gen 3. Okay. I'm gonna say that the Dupe's Claws applies here since it's the same evolutionary family, but it's really weird because it's a branched path. So there's a chance that this counts, and there's a chance that it doesn't, that we won't know, and well, I suppose I could know if I remembered how, that thing hit like a truck, though. So we're not gonna, I'm not gonna catch Cascoon. I think that's just, it also defeats the purpose of the gamble of Wurmple. Yes, I am anti-bug. If a bug comes near me, I am not happy. Although I'm not enjoying being poisoned. I think Screech is underrated as far as the, like, defense lowering moves go anyway. Screech is great. Tell you what, though, I would just love to get... I mean, anything would be good, but... Yo, Zigzagoon! I have a soft spot for normal types. I think my, my Gen 5 playthroughs were pretty solidly carried by, like, Stoutland. Okay, that's probably good enough. Alright, taking my quiz here. So, Zigzagoon. Zigzagoon is the tiny raccoon. Normal type. I'm gonna apologize. This is totally gonna look like I'm cheating because I tested the code so much on this that I have a good idea enough of, like, where and what things are for Zigzagoon. Pickup is all one word this gen. It can freely detach its jaw. No, that is not a Zigzagoon Pokemon entry. Alright. A Stanley Kurt. What? Is this just an Ohio joke? Alright. I am open to more known for studying raccoons. That's actually incredible. Okay. I'll go with Gert. I can appreciate that. And if this is some kind of joke that I'm gonna get roasted for... Did I spell that right? G-E-H-R-T? Yeah, that's some sort of joke I get roasted for. That's just the price that I pay. Alright, let's go to the Pokemon Center, though. Oh, actually, the important question. Does this Zigzagoon have Pickup? It does. Ah, that's so good. Pickup is so powerful just for having random stuff. Which will be good because healing items and berries cost monies. Okay. Let's go buy some stuff. Antidotes will be good. I got lucky with that Pecha berry. Let's just buy a bunch. Wait, okay. There's a lot going on in chat here. I'm learning things. I do agree, Zen, that, like, I think if you just gave a lot of the glass cannons a little bit better, you know, cannon to the glass ratio, it would be better. But on the other hand, like, it's so hard to balance, and I feel like ice types and bug types are always just so weak defensively that it's really hard to use any of them and take them seriously, except for Snom, who is perfect, and Bug Ice just is a fun typing, even if it's horrendously weak defensively. Okay. And Clotendo, that fact about raccoons and distemper is very interesting. We're learning all sorts of science today. Oh man, this guy's got a level 3 Wurmple. I'm gonna take him down. Imagine having a level 3 Wurmple. Could not be me. Okay. I think the game also will pick up here once we're off these introductory routes and get to, like, the story. Admittedly, the story of Emerald is not terribly exciting until, like, after Slateport, in my opinion. I think it's just a lot of go here, do that. Electric or steel, and rant about networking infrastructure. I mean, nothing's stopping you from ranting about network infrastructure right now, but I assume you're talking about, like, people who advanced the field and whatnot. The scientist aspect. Alright, let's spread the love around here. And by love, I kind of mean pain, but, you know. Okay. I need to turn up the text scroll speed, too. I think that'll help with these slower battles. I think the answer to most questions is level 10 Mudkip Kiki. And Zem, I think... I don't know, Flea Swarm just sounds really powerful there. That would be a huge buff to most bug types to just have the equivalent of both paralysis or... No, that's just paralysis and, like, poison? Poison might be 1/8, but point stands. What was I gonna... Oh, what was I going to do? I don't remember what I was going to do, so we're just going to keep trucking along. Oh, that's right, it was text scroll speed. I am aware of what I'm doing. I am paying attention. I am focused. Alright, paralyze heal. Not a lot of paralyzing. I don't think that's quite how mouse hold works. Okay. We'll see if we can't get the Evo off this battle. Alright. Yeah, this guy really loves Shroomish. I also love Shroomish. But that's okay. We're Zigzagoon trainers. Inventor of Bluetooth was Dutch. I did not know that. Ooh, level 8. I might need to do some grinding. That is, deep. I say that as if I don't have a level, I don't like you howling though. That's not a great, look here. So we're just gonna, we're gonna not greed as much. Okay. I was getting worried there for a second. Oh no, there will be deaths. It is unavoidable. Like, especially with the set style, there will be points where I'm just gonna have to make a choice. Oh, early Carvana. How bad is the resist? That stab might just cancel it out. Because I do not want to make physical contact. Rough skin sucks. I would love to get a Carvana or a Sharpedo later in the run. They're some of my favorite Gen 3 Pokemon. They just ooze so much personality. I don't know, I'm biased. This was my first gen, so I don't think there are really any bad Gen 3 Pokemon, at least aesthetics-wise. Probably. Trying to remember them all off the top of my head. There are definitely ones that I like less, but I really, really enjoy... Alright, we're gonna find out. I mean, I don't disagree that Mudkip is not as fun design-wise as, like, Torchic to Blaziken, or, shoot, I should have done a quiz before I, did this. Silcoon, oof. Well, okay, we're gonna do it after the fact, and if I mess this up, I'll box it. But I kind of needed to know that, so it is the Cocoon Pokemon. It is Bug. Why do I feel like it's like 2 feet tall? Because it is. 20 pounds? Oh yeah, I'm just gonna ace this, guys. Don't worry about it. Level up at level... I hope it's 10. There we go. Yeah. Oh, shoot. I meant to hit true, but that's alright. I had enough anyway. Alright, cool. Stop looking at the Bulbapedia page. I don't know. I'm old school. I prefer Cerebi anyway. But I've also found that Bulbapedia is, like, really hard to use with ads. I mean, I don't blame them. You gotta run a website somehow, but... I don't know. It just makes my phone cook if I'm looking at it on mobile. We have another Cerebi fan in the chat. I mean, Cerebi's just the classic. Yeah, search engine optimization is not its friend. Or at least isn't its friend anymore. I feel like that was better in the old days of Google, like pre-optimization. But I could probably make that argument about a lot of things being better in the old pre-algorithm Google days. I don't know, I just remember like looking for leaks and stuff on Cerebi. It was a great place to get all the news without having to like spend time in specific forums. You are not wrong, Chloe. That's a rough spot here. Okay, how risky am I gonna be? I think I can be a little risky. We're just gonna... you should be able to, Zem, on, like, Cerebi, see all of that information in one spot. Depending on the generation, but most of it should just be one giant page of information about Pokemon. A real-life Pokedex. See, I feel like that is a bit strange, though, because there's no Pokemon for it to evaluate in real life. So you would just kind of have... you know, a bunch of data stored on like a phone. Okay, we're not gonna mess around with this. Oh yeah, the old like Pokedex toys, very big pieces of plastic that may or may not have had pre-recorded lines for like, oh my god, it's Pikachu kind of stuff. I don't know, I think a lot of things from the olden days were just stuff with stickers on them. There we go. Cheaper than batteries and screens. Back when, like, you know, the original Game Boy sucked down 4 AA batteries in a couple of hours. Yeah, but we've come a long way, though. Not that far. I feel like... But I feel like I go through less batteries now than I did even 10 years ago. Like, I can't remember the last time I changed the battery in the TV remote. I think it was... I mean, it was definitely sometime this decade, but that doesn't tell me much. Screens, though, I don't think screens are ever really cheap. Imagine not having to shove a USB-C to your remote to charge it. I think I do have one that charges that way. That might be why I can't remember the last time putting batteries into it. Is because I just can't. We're not gonna go berries. We're gonna be selfish. Ooh, encounter spot. Yeah, let's do it. Let's encounter. Let's. Unless there's another... Oh, I don't have... Crap. That's alright. We'll fight you. Oh, he has a lot of money. It's okay, guys. He's got a lot of money. He's got money. Ooh, Slack Off. I love Slack Off. That's another one of those very Hoenn designs that just... Ooh. That hit a little harder than I like. We're gonna keep switching back to the starter. And I'm gonna feel bad about that, but deep tissue scratch. Yeah, just those really good scratch. I'm not doing calcs, so I'm Pokemoning on the vibes, but I was confident in that. Besides, I can beat this guy. He just has a lot of money. He bought his Pokemon. Bought his account. The little tip boards. Yeah, bug flying is definitely overrepresented. I mean, I think it's the same as, like, grass and poison in Gen 1, where basically every Pokemon was both. And of course, because I already murdered Talo, I am just going to murder this one. Very sad. Stab Earthquake. I don't... Actually, thinking about that, I don't know if Ninjask would be able to do Earthquake. It's just so small. I suppose that doesn't stop a lot of other Pokemon from using Earthquake, though. Especially like a speed boost Earthquake Ninjask. Oh, a Meryl. Meryl's so good. Okay, we're gonna defense boost a little here. Okay, so I'm just gonna do my quiz now because I'm scared. So Meryl. Oh god, what genus is Meryl? Is it the... I think Meryl is one of those families that's named off of something goofy. Like, I know Azurill is like the polka dot, and maybe Azumarill is also. So let's see, is it the polka dot? No, Aqua Mouse. That's a bad start. I'm getting juked by my own lack of knowledge. I'm gonna say that Meryl is chonky, like 24 pounds, 18. That sucks. Okay, fairy, and that's gotta be water 1. Huge power. And level up at level 30, but I don't... Oh, it's 18. Shows what I know. That's a shame. Time to kill the Meryl. The olfactory system? There you go. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but it happens. Let's get Jane out here. And increment that counter. Yeah, it's, I feel like that's gonna be the biggest part of this is... Like, I'm getting decent Pokemon... Oh, no. I'm just gonna be, like, stuck fighting this Meryl forever. Ooh. Maybe. Wow, that is incredibly topical, actually. Special is just gonna be to my advantage here and get past that defense curl. I mean, that's okay. Meryl's fun, but we don't really need a water type. That's what Mudkip is for. Okay. I'm gonna be careful spreading that thin. Huge power is really good. Yeah, I mean that's just the nature of Bug as a typing. It's very, very niche offensively, because the only things that are really weak to Bug are Grass and Psychic. Off the top of my head, I think that might just be it. Oh no, Dark is also weak to Bug. But those things have like more available counters anyway. I don't know, Pokemon types are weird, and move types are weird, and it's all just kind of weird. Oh. What'd you get? Potion. Heck yeah, free stuff. That makes this a lot easier to stomach. Zigzagoon is such a... Pickup is an amazing ability, but Zigzagoon in particular is just a great little mon. Gert provides for us. I can actually get behind the multi-type moves. I think that's a really fun, that's a really fun angle that they've started doing, but I don't think they've done it like nearly enough. Or then you just get stuff like Scald, where Scald is just amazing when you can run it. I also have a soft spot for the normal flying types, although I think at this point they've made way too many of them and continue to make way too many of them. Yeah, Tailow's actually a really good Pokemon. I think a lot of, at least at this point, when something didn't get a bunch of evolutions or was like a 2-stager, it was always really good because you could just... There was always like kind of that inherent buff baked in. That and, I mean, Focus Energy is good if you want to do crits. Not so good if you never want to attack with it, though. I remember once trying to make a somewhat viable Furret build, and the best that I got was focus energy, whichever lens gives you critical, and just using slash for guaranteed criticals. I don't like that, though. Okay. Imagine losing to a Lotad. Imagine Lotad. Ugh. Why can't I get more crits? Oh, there we go. There's my crit. I did it. Never mind. Complaint retracted. We'll just stay in against Shrimish. That's an interesting concept, Zem. I definitely think there's room for it. I don't know. I'm hoping that Pokemon gets really innovative in the next gen. I also just kind of got burned on the condition of Scarlet and Violet at launch. I haven't played like any modern Pokemon game since then, which is kind of why we're here doing this. These guys have, if I'm remembering right, water types. Legends EA. I think Legends EA will be pretty good because the Legends Arceus game was good, but that's not mainline. Is my other gripe is. You know what? I think we're in a good enough spot. We can just brute force this with the type disadvantage. Maybe not like that though. I probably should have thought about which one I was attacking. That's okay. We'll just we'll get through it. Whew. Spicy crits. Zem, I think you're not wrong, but I don't know. I think Arceus did enough new stuff that made it okay. I'm a little concerned about how they're gonna keep a city as refreshing because there was a little bit of the like dodge rolling, like I was playing Pokemon Dark Souls that was entertaining. I don't know if they can keep that fresh still. But we'll see. I've definitely learned my lesson on pre-ordering Pokemon games after that. Pokemon Bloodborne. Yeah, I don't know. I'm also not a big Souls-like person. That's just me. I don't like to sit around and play games and feel tormented. Oh wait, no, I totally do, as I can't catch Pokemon unless I answer a frickin' quiz correctly. So, you know what? I take that back. I am the perfect Souls-like target player. That's just, oh, Goldeen. I'll assume that at this level Goldeen knows nothing of value and just keep tackling. No, that's hurting / going too slow. Let's try some Silcoon. Does mean we get the Beautifly though, which is great. I don't think that was a necessary move there, but you do you, Goldeen. I think Goldeen is another Pokemon along with Magikarp that kind of got bodied here in terms of like public perception. Partly because of that anime gag where they would always just send out water Pokemon on land to make a meme out of Misty, but I don't know, water types are really strong. Oh, is it going away from the RPG-styled gameplay? I'll admit, I haven't kept up with a lot of the trailers on a lot of these things. I see like an announcement trailer and I go cool, and then I forget about it and go back to what I was doing. Okay. Totally thought that was the Pokemon Center. Alright. Go up. I'm gonna go ahead and say that we're probably not ready to take on the gym yet. Probably should go out and see if I can't get my encounter up here. Yeah, Zigzagoon's probably got it. Oh, this must be a legacy move. Spoink is an interesting one. I would love a Spoink early. Don't kill it. Okay. Ooh, he's tanky too. Alright, here's the other thing is what I know about a Spoink. At least he's got Splash. That gives me some leeway here. The Magikarp Pokemon. Yeah, he's doing his best. All right, let's see if I can do Spoink. All right, Spoink. Oh, it's got to be like the bounce Pokemon. Heck yeah. And Spoink is Psychic. How tall is a Spoink? That's a hard one. I'm going to say he's 2 feet. Oops. Went backwards. Spoink's weight. I'm also going to say that he's very chunky. That's got to be like... Okay, so he's a 2 foot tall, like, bouncy potbelly pig. Maybe like 28 pounds. Nope, not 38. 28 pounds. 67.5 pounds. Wowzers. Okay, I'm going to say Field Egg Group? Ability. Oh no. Am I just fooling myself? Is it just synchronize? Thick Fat, Own Tempo, Gluttony. Uh-oh. And then how does it evolve? Level up at level... I'm trying to remember all of the times that I had Grumpig on my team when I played through when I was younger. Let's see. Level... First 28. 32. Dang it. So close and yet so far. Clotendo, I just want to appreciate all of the professors that you're looking into. Well, unfortunately, this is about getting good. This is about learning all there is to know about Pokemon. So, we're gonna miss some things, but that's okay. That does kind of stink, though. Yeah, I gotta catch all of the different real-world professors. All right, youngster Joey. That's not a Rattata. What are you doing, man? Machop, though. That's okay. We'll just play the undo game. Crit. I can probably withstand 1 crit. Although not with 3 defense downs, or 2 defense downs. We're just gonna... Youngster Joey, does your Pokemon even know a move? I don't think your Pokemon even knows a move. Oh, Vulpix. Interesting. Water. Okay. Piki, not to burst your bubble, Vulpix only has 6 tails. Minus 18 tears. You're just adding more. There's more tears, more defense downs. More defense downs equals more damage. Okay. This might actually get us the Beautifly Evo. Nope, not enough. It is a shame to not get that, not get that encounter, but such is the way of the Professorlocke. Okay. Let's just go ahead and start this, gym challenge then. We'll just get this underway and, kind of go for it. We're gonna run through the gym. I know our mother will be so proud of us. And I want that EXP, so we're gonna fight you. Okay, Youngster Cha. Thank God for Mudkip and Water's just versatility here. I might get a Marsh Stomp Evo by the end of this gym, which would be great. Oh, Aeron. I love the Aeron line. Very strong, very fun, very cool. Okay. Somebody really likes Geodude. I will say that's one design that I've never understood in the Pokemon games is, buying on Mudkip seems like a risk, but maybe it's a good one to have in the back pocket. I don't know, that makes me feel old, Sam. With Aeron being as old as it is and Undertale being 2015, quite a few years there. Yes, casual, back in my day we didn't have Sans Undertale kind of rant, and we had to play our games uphill in the snow both ways. I mean, you know, in a back in my day sort of way, I do remember playing this on the Game Boy Advance, and it's so different having everything backlit compared to, you know, having to wait for a street light in the, as it went past in the car at night kind of a situation. Oh, I am wasting experience doing this, but I don't think I'm going to throw anything else out against rock types right now. I'm just doing it for the money. Yeah, I'm just murdering people's Pokemon for money. It's fine. No, I am not doing it for money. I am just out here to have a good time and play Pokemon. You know, it's that is another thing that is kind of part of the hard and hardcore modes here is that I am capped to the level of the ace of the gym leader. That's, you know what? I think I am just gonna pop the potion now since I can't heal in battle. We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna fight Roxanne. I'm gonna see how this goes. Water gun is just strong enough. I don't believe in rare candy. Also, an Anorith is a very interesting change up for Roxanne. I kind of like it though. I mean, I just think Anorith and Armaldo needs so much more love. Same with Lileep and Crawdilly, but on the other hand, Water Gun just kind of does its thing. Ooh. This might hurt. This might just be bad. I think this is just bad. Well, at least Gen 3 AI is still Gen 3 AI. Oh no. That's okay, we get that torrent boost now. Oh, but it's faster than me. Okay, we're making a tactical move. I'm so sorry, Jane. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just so sorry. Reset our speed. Have that torrent boost on deck. You know what? I'm just gonna, so you guys don't have to listen to the fervent beeping, I'm just gonna mute it because that is a bad sound. Oh, Lileep. Lileep might be death. Oh, oh no. Increment our deaths here. Okay. Off to a bad start. Yeah, I think we're just gonna wipe here. I think there's nothing I can do about this. But that's okay. That's the nature of the beast. That's the nature of the challenge. Let's see if he does something that actually works in my advantage. Nope. They knew. They knew. Alright. Let's see. Oh no. Oh no, again. Come on, get that poison off. Yep, there we go. That's, nothing you can do but just watch as the whole world burns. And there we have it. That is the wipe. So we're just gonna reset the ROM. We're just gonna go all the way back. Science has died. I think this time I'm gonna make a save right after getting the starter. Science has died. You know, sometimes it does happen like that. Okay, I'm just gonna turn on the speed up mode here, and I'm gonna mute it as well so you guys don't have to listen to. So that is too sped up for me to type on. Okay. Yes. All right. I'm gonna skip through all this text. Text. All right. That's the nice part about playing on a ROM. All right. Well, that's always not fun or reassuring, but you know, it's it's not how many times we stand up, but how many times we get knocked down, right? Or other way around. Other way around. I know my expressions. All right. Gonna get back to it. Well, I do think Mudkip is very solid, and I will try to do well enough on my quiz again to get Mudkip. I think once I get 100% on a Pokemon, I could probably just count that as good forever, right? That's how real academics do it, is just rest on your laurels. Okay. This is very much a well, hey, maybe that means we can get some better encounters and not miss 4 of them on a run. Okay. We're just gonna make a save here. Save us some time. Alright. Back to quizzing myself on Pokemon. Here goes a wood gecko. It is grass. It's like 1'6" or something like that. Trico weighs like 10 pounds. And I learned my lesson. It belongs to Dragon and Monster. It has Overgrow. Level up at level 16. And it can walk on stuff. Alright, there's a 100% for Trico. Trico is always an option now. Torchic is the chick Pokemon. Fire type. Like 1'4". Torchic is like 5 or 6 pounds. Field group. Blaze. Torchic evolves. Level up at level 16. And I do love the fact that Torchic just feels warm. That's so wholesome. Alright, and Mudkip. So it's the Mudfish. Water. It is also like a 1'4" or something like that. I think Mudkip was heavier. Mudkip was like 16 pounds. And it belongs to Monster and Water 1. And it has Torrent. Okay. Level up at level 16. And it's strong in spite of its size. That is true. Okay. Excellent. I am learning. However, I do still think Mudkip is the right pick. Just because of how strong water is. I just need to get something better than only bug and normal types. Ooh, I like Archimedes. Admittedly, Archimedes is one of those names that I either immediately think of, you know, actual Archimedes, or Kiki beat me to it. Yes, the dove from TF2 is what I think of. I don't know, just something about Medic. But that's all right. We'll go with Archimedes. Actually, here's a poignant question of, will Archimedes fit? Or am I gonna have to go short? Whew! Okay. Oops. Alright, no names longer than Archimedes are allowed. Sure, yeah, I'll go see your kid. I'll beat him again. Although what would be really I'm so torn on like which early game mons would be better to have than Mudkip, or not Mudkip, like Poochyenas and Zigzagoons and Wurmples. I mean, Wurmple is good. I just don't know that Wurmple adds much. I also felt bad about not getting that Spoink. That Spoink, I probably would have spent some time leveling it. Yeah, you're right, I should grind. And I probably would have if I thought it would have made much of a difference. I think the only, like, level up learn set that could have helped... I'm pretty sure that Zigzagoon learns Mud Slap in the, like, 10 to 12 range. But non-stab Mud Slap on Zigzagoon is not a huge improvement. Boy, I am just getting the wild mons here. I think they both learn powder moves. So if I get a Wurmple, I should probably grind it up, but in general, they're kind of just fodder against Roxanne. It's like throwing out a Caterpie against Brock. Like, I mean, it's better than the Charmander, but not by a lot. So I think... How much damage have I taken? I definitely want to be mostly fully healed. Confusion at level 10 is strong. But Roxanne's big gimmick is, especially with fossils baked in, like, Rock Tomb has always been her signature move, and then you also get, like, you know, besides the speed management shenanigans, rock moves just hurt, like, a lot. Oh, Surskit would be an interesting encounter to get. Admittedly, that's still bug flying, but at the lower levels, it's as Surskit, it's bug water. Water would be very helpful. I actually really like the encounter options in this. This kind of really spices it up. Future Baton Pass. Oh, that would be an interesting way to get through a Nuzlocke. Alright, let's get it. Oh, I should probably have reset my text speed, because I bet that reset when I started a new file. That's alright, we'll get it after we just beat this guy. Do I have any fancy toggles? No, the most that I have is I can point my finger up like I know what I'm talking about. That's all I got for now. Maybe more later. I don't know. I just thought I'd keep it kind of basic. It is the actually finger. I have no illusions that it's not. Okay. Back to town. I will say this is like the roughest part of the early game is them making you go so far for your first rival fight. At least in like Gen 1, you always just got to fight them right out the gate, right outside of, right inside the lab even. I guess Gen 2 made you walk a little bit as well. See, you're not wrong about speeding it up, but there's only one speed up speed, and it is ridiculously fast. I might be able to tweak a setting in the emulator and make it not be just insano zoom, but it's sort of uncontrollable. Like, I'll give you a little taste of it here after I get the running shoes, because like it's Yes, I am totally running on an original cartridge for a ROM. Listen, I have purchased the original Emerald multiple times in my life. Actually, Emerald is one of those games that, like, I definitely did when I started rebuilding my collection from my childhood. It was one of the ones I sought out. It's expensive to get, like, everywhere. So, as mentioned, Kiki, talking about the speed up here, like, this is the running shoes. This is decently fast, right? So I'm gonna turn on the speed up and I'm just gonna walk. This is normal walking speed. I ended up in someone's house. I can't aim, right? Like, it's impossible. Oh, $250? Okay, that's ridiculous. I am so sorry. I mean, it's probably close to that in America, too. We're wormhole gaming again. Oh, I should have healed. Well, you know what? Let's do our quiz. I might just throw a ball at it. Swirmple is the worm. It is bug. It is 1 foot tall. I remember being like aghast at it being like 8 or 9 pounds. It's a bug. It's in the bug group. I think I saw Run Away as one of its possible abilities. It evolves via level up at level 7, because we witnessed that. Tail can't be used for fishing anymore. It is... Oh, that's a Slowbro Pokedex entry. That's kind of a fun little extra challenge mode, is figure out what the not correct ones are. Oh my gosh, of course. Endosymbiotic theory of cell evolution? Whoa. Those are some $10 words, and I love it. So then Margulis. Margulis? However you pronounce that. I think that's a good name. Nickname. You know, the other part here is that I should probably fact check these. Not that you're gonna gaslight me, but you could totally gaslight me and just say, like, some ridiculous professor name. Okay. Keep going on. Robot. Girl boss, gaslight, gatekeep. Girl keep, gate boss. Oh, that just still ends up with gaslight. That's okay. We'll just keep gaslighting. All right. Got our heal on. Yeah, you can't gatekeep me with your own username in Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, Poochyena time. I was really hoping I would get that Surskit. Alright. There's the fight Pokemon. It is... What is that, like 1'4"? Oh, what am I doing? Wowzers. Okay. No, it's like 1'8". And weighs 30 pounds. Belongs to the field group. And it has Runaway. level 18. We're totally going to forget that I typed its height in place of the type. Oh no. Yes, the small king type. What? Really? You rejected being caught? Come on. I'm gonna have to buy more Pokeballs. Oh my goodness. What is going on? Am I gonna lose an encounter just because I didn't buy more Pokeballs for a frickin' Poochyena? What? Well, that's an oof, and that's not even my fault. Well, I mean, it is my fault, you know, on account of the lack of planning and foresight, but that was, yeah, no, we don't need the names of any small kings, because, well, I guess I'm gonna spend all of my money on Pokeballs. That's actually crazy that... Yeah, I would love to, like, see the math on that. Like, that's gotta have close to a... Oh, I saw what you did to Jane. Listen, it was a worthy sacrifice. Okay, but we move on. We pick up. We, oh no, we don't have a Zigzagoon we can't pick up. Shoot. Alright, let's get our encounter here. Give me a Ralts. Give me that incredible luck. That would make up for it for sure. I mean, I'll attack a Wimple. That's fine. You know, I mean, I think that's something that I've always lamented grinding in, like, any form of JRPG. Pokemon, for whatever reason, I'm okay with grinding if I got to, but... Oh, a Zigzagoon. Ooh, and it's level 4, which means that's an immediate switch out. Please do not destroy my bug. Yes, weaken my attack. All part of my master plan. Just don't crit, Mudkip. Just don't crit, Archimedes. Come on. One more. Okay. Well, he's taking his turn. Zigzagoon. Tiny raccoon. Normal. 1 foot. 1'4" just seems like it's a very stable guess. This is like 40 pounds. Field group has pickup and evolves via level up at level 20. And it does zig and zag. Heck yeah. Alright, Zigzagoon time. Just get caught. Just be a friend. Garbology? That sounds so fake that I am going to Google that. Not because I don't trust you, but because that just sounds fake, you know? Oh my goodness. There is in fact a field called Garbology? Incredible. Yeah, we're doing it. We're going there. That's awesome. Yeah, this is secretly a passion project to get people to look up. Oh no, I misspelled their name. Well, that's all right. That'll hold until Slateport, or until I wipe us on Basic Trader. Yeah, let's see if we can get. At least I didn't call it like Rathalos by accident. You gotta give me a little credit here. I'm I'm still distraught over the loss of our other Pokemon. But yeah, we'll fix that. If we make it to Slateport, we'll rename it to the proper name. I mean, I suppose if I am like emulating, I could probably fix that without having to, but that's cheating to me. Okay, we're gonna swap out now. That's a little too close for comfort there. Okay. Back to the Pokemon Center. Yeah, I definitely think this time the lesson learned is like grind before the gym, get everything in like very battleable condition. You can't believe I didn't trust Garbology. It's Garbology. That doesn't sound made up to you. Well, okay, but to be fair, everything is made up. Somebody made up everything at one point. But come on, that just feels very made up, you know? That bubble hurt a lot, and that crit did not do enough. Let's split it. Let's split it between the low level Pokemon. It is embarrassing to have one of our first 3 Pokemon have a typoed name, though. That's gonna live with me, especially if this one goes further, which I sincerely hope it does. All right. Oh, it tried to astonish me. Lotad and Astonish has always been one of those things that I understand it in theory and why it has that move. Because it's, you know, lurking under the surface of the lily pad. But it seems so out of place because scaring people is a ghost type move. I guess one other thing of note that I'm aware of for how Legacy set this up is the... so this is special and physical split. But Dark and Ghost were swapped which stat they are, so Dark used to be special and is in this physical, and Ghost was physical in before the split and is special. I don't think it makes any, like... Yeah, I think that does make Bite a bit stronger. I don't think it has very many other significant impacts between or outside of Bite and Shadow Ball. Which, to be fair, are very excellent moves. Oh, yes, thank you for reminding me to increment the counter. I did miss Poochyena. I'm just gonna keep counting up and counting my my mistakes. That's just like all research goes, you know. You gotta take the good with the bad and the bad with the good, and put it all into peer review. Which this is kind of like live peer review. Okay. Oh, you already picked up a super repel. Interesting. You haven't answered a single quiz above 50%. Well, that's okay. You don't have to. That's kind of my job. I'm being very risky. I should not be very risky. I don't want to lose a Pokeball this early. That would be catastrophic. At the very least, I can say I did have to reset to a gym leader, so that makes me feel a little bit better that I didn't just, like, catastrophic. That would be catastrophic. But at least I didn't just, you know, completely miscalculate on, like, some wild Pokemon or a random trainer. That's just the power of the Mudkip. I mean, you're right. Level 7 Zigzagoon is not cutting it. It's not a top tier Pokemon. I'll grant you that. I mean, later in the game, like Zigzagoon and maybe not Zigzagoon. I know Linoon can learn Surf. I've been using healing items and berries. The only rule is that I can't use them in battle, which I believe is enforced by... Oh, I don't have any potions anyway. I believe the game enforces that for me. That's part of the hard mode settings. Same with me being in set mode, where it doesn't prompt me to switch my Pokemon when my opponent switches theirs. This, like, I know a lot of people have a lot of opinions about the later game EXP shares being kind of overpowered. But starting with level 2 and level 3 Pokemon, I definitely miss the EXP share. It was just Wurmple City. Wait, you're telling me that this isn't a skill? Just sitting here, fighting, tackling. You're telling me that wasn't all skill right there? Yeah, it's, man, you are picking up all kinds of stuff. Potion. Cool beans. Start a hype train. I only have like 40 minutes, 45-ish minutes left of stream. I don't even know what a hype train does. Oh, hype train for Wurmple. Wurmple is, not hype. Wurmple is Wurmple. Useful, decent early game mon. I'm not starting a hype train for a Wurmple. I think if we can at least get Wurmple to the point where it knows Poison Sting, I'll feel good. That's better. Okay. We'll put Rathian first. Here we go. Progress. You want me to talk about my Sunday? I mean, I think it's a pretty good Sunday. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I will admit, I kind of hoped I would do better. I've been playing Pokemon for over 20 years, so I thought that maybe that would go good. But, you know, it's very much a... This is a fun challenge. It's more than just... Can I do, like, damage calcs, and can I make the right choices? But it's, do I know what the heck I'm doing? And the answer is, not really. Oh, you mean like an ice cream sundae? That's Sundae. But, I'm not a big candied cherry fan, actually. Little too sweet. Well, I could go for some ice cream. Ice cream always makes for a good sundae. If it wasn't, like, cold. Outside, not the ice cream. The ice cream needs to be cold. I don't disagree, but I don't know. I'm more enjoying, like, coffee and tea on days like today. Even if the tea that I made myself at the start of the stream is now quite cold. Okay. I think once we get past, like, this route, things really pick up. Wurmple Gaming. Maybe it's just the, like, the RNG of this run. I don't know that I have ever seen Wurmple this much in, like, a random Gen 3 playthrough. It just seems so present right now. I don't know. It's not my ideal to just be living in a world of silk bugs or silkworms, but anyway, we take what we get. Silk Tycoon. Ah, yes. I am a Silk Tycoon. I have Wurmples and Silcoons and Cascoons, all part of my Silk Empire. So I know there's an encounter up here. We switch there. Dominate the trade routes. Yes, unlimited power. No, see, I'm trying to be a Pokemon professor. This is an academia kind of thing. If I just wanted to make money, I'd go into the private Pokemon sector. You know, join Silphco, or, shoot, why can't I think of the name of the corporation in these games? They make they make like the Pokenav and other stuff that we haven't gotten to. We did get to Rustboro on the last one, so Rustboro does have that kind of stuff. But boy, that thing actually hit me kind of hard on that last go round. But you know, like, you can make a ton of money doing it that way, but I'm in it for the love of Pokemon, not just the money. Like, so that's why I'm working on the Pokedex project here. Well, not really working on it yet. If I was doing that, I would just be catching everything, which would be so much easier. But alas, this is a Nuzlocke kind of challenge, so we're doing it that way. Okay. Mr. Allen, Zigzagoon. I don't know. There is something about this little raccoon that just fills my heart with joy. I love him so much. Maybe it's that we both have brown hair. I think that's gotta be it. Like attracts like, you know. I like that the big smile is also a zigzag. He's got like the little fang. I don't know. I just, Zigzagoon is so good. I also like the really spiky fur ridges. Man, this thing is tough. Be a shame if I also had a Zigzagoon. I definitely need to not forget how good the same type attack bonus is. Stab damage is just so much bigger. That's been one thing I've never quite understood. Like, I know newer Pokemon games will subvert that by giving you a starter that already has its elemental move. But, like, so many Pokemon don't learn a move of their type for so long. And it really, like, lowers the damage curve. Okay. Let's just breeze through this with Archimedes. Oh yeah, more Zigzagoon. It's all Zigzagoons. Mudkip doesn't need a knife. Mudkips are strong enough to move boulders by themselves. That's lore accurate Mudkip right there. Oh, Shroomish. I've been getting lazy in my healing. That's okay. Zigzagoon is very, very defensive. Ah, friggin' Effect Spore. Okay. I think we're in a risky spot here. I'm gonna be really sad if I just made a really bad move and lose my Zigzagoon. Oh, this could be so risky. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that and hope that they weren't going for the... They might have been going for the Absorb. Woo! Okay. That was the right call. Haha! Alright. We're doing good. We're doing fine. Everything's fine. I totally didn't just about throw it all away, like 30 minutes in. Okay. Let's just get to town and heal. That's we're not gonna take risks like that again. That was bad. Okay. It is risky gameplay. Oh right, I forgot that early game trainers don't pay you anything. Buy 2 antidotes and call it there. Okay. We'll do our thing. We'll talk to Dad. The versus Seeker, I don't remember how it works in this one. I believe it's I think it's the like trainer call feature. I think they call you in this one. I don't think you could in Ruby Sapphire, but I think you can in Emerald. But it's been so long since I've played them, like, just sitting down to do it. I never went back and fought them generally anyway, because they weren't... Not saying it wasn't worth the time and the effort, but sort of a, like... I don't know, by the time that you get most of those calls, you're already far away from them, and until you get Fly, it's not economical to go back and fight that guy off of Route 2 that, you know, had a single Zigzagoon, or the guy that has 4 Wurmples. Wurmple mention. What? Is that gonna become a thing? Are you just here for the bug Pokemon? I still just can't believe Wally's luck on getting the Ralts. I don't know. That's it makes him a very interesting rival because his first Pokemon is so rare. Okay. Yes. Doing the gym challenge. We've been there. We've done that, Norman. Not gonna call you father, just Norman. You cannot fight your dad right now, and also, no, I can't. I could not beat the Slacking. That would absolutely be a run ender. Let's start with the Zigzy. Come on, something exciting. And I missed Poochyena earlier. That's gonna be a hard thing. I'm gonna have to make like a notepad of what I've missed and can't try to catch again. Because I don't think it's a big deal while I'm just going in one session, but when I inevitably wrap this up in a few, I am not going to remember what I missed this. Don't spam rigged. It's not rigged. It's not a boat. Oh, Wingull! I love Wingull. Okay, let's get that tackle. I don't want to try to damage it again, so we're gonna bring up our little quiz here. Wingull. So Wingull is the seagull Pokemon. It is water flying. It is like 2 feet tall. I think it's big. Its weight. Let's go. It's a bird. It's like 17 pounds? 20. Egg groups. It belongs to the flying. Oh, no. Oh, no. Level up at level. Okay. Wingull evolves into Pelipper. But what level does it evolve into Pelipper at? I want to say it's fairly quick. This is where I really struggle, because I know that I looked at this at some point knowing I wouldn't remember it, and I want to say it was something weird. Like 25 or 23. I'm going to guess 23. Oh, no. And it does glide into the sky. That stinks. Wingull would have been so good. Another water type would have really carried. I suppose I could make it easier on myself by adding more questions or lowering my threshold, but that's not what I'm about. I want to know what there is to know. Let's use an Oranberry. Yeah, it's tragic. Wingull's one of my favorites too. It's a pretty bad. I'm pretty heartbroken about it actually. But that's just how it goes, you know? I think Wingull is really, like... There's just something so clean about some of the Gen 3 designs, and Wingull has a lot of that polish of being very recognizable without overly designed. Like, just the right level of stylized. But that's okay, we'll get our free Magikarp experience here and carry on. We've still got the forest, we could get something good. I would really love to see a Shroomish. Shroomish would be incredible. I'm probably not going to get a Shroomish, but I would love it. The Slackoth would also be great. I love that whole line. Kiki, no, we can't catch another Wurmple. I understand you like Wurmple, but we can't get more. Clochendo, I'm not even gonna pretend I know what that's like, what that actually is saying. Oh no, we're talking about Wurmple aura? What is going on? Yo, Wurmple crit? Maybe Wurmple does have the aura. I'm going to be very disappointed if the Wurmple becomes such like a huge part of this. I really don't like bugs. They can stay like 10 feet away from me and I would be happy. But that's okay, Margulis is here for us. I will learn to get over my fear of bugs if it means victory. You ever think that like in the Pokemon universe, people do get like scared if someone gives their Pokemon a nickname? Or do you think it's scarier if they don't give them a nickname? Man, that poison chant's just not proccing. Come on. Do it. Because this is enough for evolution. So, what are we gonna get today? We already answered Silcoon correctly, but I'm also pretty sure that, like, just in case it is a Cascoon, it's also the Cocoon Pokemon. It's also, like, 2 feet tall. Oh my god, I am just doing that so bad. Doesn't matter, because it's Silcoon again anyway. Okay, we're just gonna go back and, so... Cocoon, Bug... Pretty sure this was just, yeah. That's like 20... That's lighter than Cascoon, but... Bug... Bed skin... Level up at level 10. Does mean we still get Beautifly, at least. Ah yes, Silcoon, known for their splendid tail fins. Silcoon apparently compete amongst themselves to see whose horn is the thickest and sharpest. Yes, that sounds like your average Silcoon moment. Pretty sure that was like a Goldeen or a Seeking. Let's go heal you up. And we'll go get our encounter. We're probably gonna need to grind a little bit in the forest. Which is unfortunate and a little sad, but you know, it happens. That's just kinda how it goes. I guess we'll just kinda okay. Oh, that means we're gonna have to fight that rich kid again. The stinking rich kids. Haha, Skitty, you can't wile my Margulis. That's not how Attract works. All I'm gonna say about mugging rich kids is, quite frankly, like, Attract is homophobic. That's just by nature, unfortunately. I would also argue that it's a little transphobic, but that's because Pokemon insists on using gender at all. But yes, it's fine for professors to mug rich kids. It's called tuition. Someone has to pay for the lab equipment, and it's sure not going to be me. Oh. Oh my gosh. She has a full restore. She is the richest kid. Still no Attract sighting, at least. And it's also good that I'm not proccing, like... I spoke too soon. Well, I'm not risking it. We're swapping, and we are swapping. But I bet you saw that, didn't you, AI? Tackle. I think we can take one more. Yes. There we go. A little risky. Not that risky, but a little risky. No potions. Unless... Nope. Rathy hasn't picked anything up. Nope. I'm not risking it. I'm not risking it. Okay. There is something very nice about just playing Pokemon on a Sunday. I'm not risking anything for biscuits. I like biscuits, but not enough to risk. Okay. Back at it again. We can go in, we can get our encounter. I'm feeling good about over here. What are we getting? What are we getting? Nope. Cascoon. Not catching that. Same family. Wurmple, but evolved. You're not wrong, but that just doesn't seem fair. Is this just gonna be how it is for Wurmple the whole game? The whole game? Eternal game? Alright. Little Margulis fan club. Okay, let's go. Something good. Slackoth would be amazing. Brumage would be pretty tight. Actually, since I've already caught Zigzagoon, and I've already caught the Wurmple line, I wonder what that brings my available encounter tables to. I wish I had... Well, no, I'm glad I didn't look at the encounter tables for Legacy, because then I'd feel like I'm just sitting here trying to manifest the best thing. Okay, this is taking forever, though. Tanky Zigzagoon. We already have Margulis. You can't get more. You're gonna have to wait until I beat the Elite Four for that. And then I'll go back through and catch everything that I didn't catch. See, if you guys would just get a chant going for, like, a Shroomish, for example. What is Wurmple may never unwurm? If I find a shiny Wurmple, it dies. This is not a game that I can trade from, and actually, no, let's be real. If I find a shiny Wurmple, I'm gonna want to catch it, but I can't use it is the problem. So, like, I don't want to say it's pointless to catch, but it doesn't get me anything, and I can't, like, export it. You guys could have your fan club, but Wurmple is never pointless. I will say, Wurmple is actually a really cool shiny, because it's, like, purple. I don't know how I feel about... I can't recall what the shiny Silcoon and Cascoon look like. I think they're, like, yellow-goldish. And then... I don't know anything about shiny Beautifly and Dustox. You got me on that one, Gmod guy. I know nothing about FNAF. I don't... Y'all are just going. This feels kind of risky all of a sudden. I'm gonna go back to Archimedes. You haven't taken over. This is still my stream. I still make the rules. I can't give you a Wurmple. That would break the rules. Oh no. You're starting a chant? No. No Wurmples. We don't need more Wurmples. Although, I will admit, if I could get something that's not a Zigzagoon, that would be great. I'm just gonna spend the whole, tail end of the stream only fishing for not Zigzagoons. Oh no, it's a whole Wurmple chant. No, no, it's taking over! You have way too many E's there. That's not how you spell Wurmple. That's not even how many E's you gave. You gotta buy those vowels. They're not free. Okay. The road signs are free? Yeah, I suppose. Well, they're not actually free. Your taxes pay for them, or whatever, municipality funding there is. You can just grab them. No. Leave the street signs where you found them. They don't belong... Well, shit, I can't even say they don't belong to you. Your taxes pay for them. Your municipal fees pay for them. Oh, Talo. Yo. Okay. Let's see if I can... I'm just gonna pull that up and do it now. Tiny Swallow Pokemon. He's flying. Normal. Talo's height, it's gotta be 1 foot dead even. And it's a bird, so... 6 pounds? I feel like that's pretty close, but okay. Flying. It has the ability Guts. Minor shout out to Zem, who was here earlier, because that reminded me that it does have Guts. Talo evolves at level 22, I think. It dislikes cold seasons. They migrate to other lands, flying over 100 miles. 180 miles. I can read. I'm a professor. I've got my Pokey GED. All right. But we will take that. What is what's that second one you did, the Aeolus? Oh. See, I think I'm feeling Amelia. Amelia's good. Oh, they fight on Scarberry. I forgot about that. Okay. So that's our encounter there. Perfect for Rock Gym, but also perfect for fending off the ardent chance for Wurmple. And you say perfect for Rock Gym, but I do think this removes Talo from the post-forest encounter pool, which means that I have a decent enough chance of getting something like a Meryl. Yeah, if Talo has to come out against the gym, I'm throwing. Which I was already kind of throwing last time. So you do know a flying type move. Excellent. We're going to the forest. We're gonna get through it almost instantly. Okay. Get another wormhole. We're not getting more wormholes. We have plenty. There we go. Let's just get some levels on this Talo. Talo into Swallow will be really good for just generic fighting. I've always been fond of, like I mentioned this earlier, I like the normal bird, or the normal flying type Pokemon. You guys are just blackmailing me with silkworms. No, we don't need Wurmple plushies. You could get a plushie for something that, like, I don't know, I like. I like a lot of Pokemon. Wurmple is just not one of them. Quick attack, big gain there. I can't really argue with your logic, but I'd like to. Okay, let's get a little Archimedes action going. I think Archimedes is falling behind a bit. And more Wurmple. So much Wurmple. It's a never-ending forest of Wurmple. It's like going into Viridian and finding nothing but Weedle and Caterpie. Okay. Actually, it wouldn't be a bad idea to get the Beautifly here. Let's see if I can't just make it happen. And behold, pitting Wurmple against Wurmple, the death match for the ages. And I reflexively hit the wrong move. Crit Poison Sting. I think Wurmple will win. Whoa, there's a crit. Okay, I gotta admit, though, the Silcoon's pulling out, like, random critical hits is very odd. Ugh, that's gonna take a while. I still don't have any potions because I am smart. You know what? Let's just go into it like this. Top 10% of Wurmples. I do think that Margulis is in the top 10% of Wurmples. But that's okay. This Grunch is going to be in the top 10% of people I've defeated. Thankfully, it's not a rock type. Easy. Though, it's not advantageous, but I do think I am going to change it to Archimedes. Just that extra bulk. Rage. Oh, they didn't keep using Rage. They didn't use the whole gimmick of Rage. Thank goodness for Pokemon Trainer AI. And then they heard me. No crit Vana. We're not crit Vanaing. In fact, we're so not crit Vanaing that we're putting in Wrathy here as a... I think he's got it, frankly. The math is mathing. Amelia has leveled up. Archimedes and... Heck yeah, Rathia gets a level up. We're gaming. The only way we know how. Excellent. Alright. Okay. We'll make a run back to the Pokemon Center because Caravana just happened to be rude. I mean, I think that's one interesting thing too about adding in the different encounter options and changing the trainers. They kind of brought stuff a little bit more on theme. Because they kind of just show up and, you know, Team Aqua has just no water Pokemon. Alright. See if we can make it to Rustboro before the end of the stream, but I got other things I gotta do today, including hang out in Kiki's stream later, so we'll wrap it up. Hopefully I can make it to Rustboro. Oh gosh, you're just gonna... Well, there's the slack off. Why couldn't we have manifested it earlier? That would have been such a good grab. Okay, if you're gonna do that, we're just gonna we're gonna swap. We're gonna bully you. Never mind. You're gonna retract your manifestation. As long as you don't manifest more Wurmples. Okay. Make our run around up here. No Wurmple manifesting. Slagoths I can get behind. I also wouldn't mind another attempt at a Meryl. Or like... I can't imagine I can get Roselia this early, but something would be great. Okay, this is... Yo, what'd you get? Potion! Awesome. Did I already fight you? No, okay. We're gonna beat this guy's bug Pokemon real quick. Because I think he's another, like, all the same Pokemon user. Really? You're gonna sand attack me? Alright, fine then. I'm gonna abuse that. If you want to waste my time with sand attack, I'm going to waste your time with the ultimate life form. You're right, because they would have scratched. Now the problem is that, like, I have nothing to actually answer this Pokemon with, at least as Margulis, until it becomes a Beautifly. And Beautifly can get Gust, which would be useful. Not insanely useful, but a little useful. Because I think that's going to be a hard part here is, like, my typing and my matchups are going to matter quite a bit. Okay, let's make the change to Archimedes. Let's just do it. Let's put him in. Let's put him in, coach. Alright. I like Mudkips. Which is funny because I never played the game with Mudkip. That was never my favorite. I was always a Torchic fan, but admittedly, if you're going to Torchic, you kind of have to evolve them before you fight Roxanne. And with that not being an option, we just kind of gotta adapt. and beat this inferior Talo with Amelia Earhart. Okay, let's... You know what, given the timing, let's see if we can't get our encounter here, get a catch, and then we'll call it there if we can. If it goes really fast, maybe I'll try to get us to Rustboro, but... Alright, let's get something good. Alrighty, Meryl. Just to make this go faster, I'll do my quiz now. So Meryl was the Aqua Mouse. It is water and fairy later, but not now. Oh god, I don't remember its height. It was like 1'7", 1'4". I do think that it weighed like 18 pounds. Oh no. It's water 1 and fairy? Okay. Huge power. How does it evolve? So let's level up at level 18, right? Yeah. And its tail lets it swim without drowning. Yo, I can catch it. All right. Now I just have to not destroy it. It's not Wurmple. You can't just rebel against everything that isn't Wurmple. Okay. Just get caught. We already have an Archimedes. We can't have a second Archimedes, even if this is probably a better Archimedes. Blaise Pascal. Yeah, I can get behind Blaise. Blaise is kind of a cute name. Or do I just go... I think I just go Pascal. Even if Pascal just makes me think of the kind robot from Nier Automata. Wow, I'm getting educated by Clotendo here. Okay. Well, not a Wurmple. That Meryl is a huge pickup for us. I think that'll be a really great addition and let us not completely wipe to Roxanne next time. Well, let's go Wurmple. Ah, that's going to be the Kanto or the Hoenn versions of the Let's Go games. Totally, right? Let's go Wurmple and Zigzagoon. Well, you know what? In the interest of just kind of leaving it off here, I'll go ahead and call it. Actually, you know, we gotta beat up this rich kid first. That'll be our last hurrah, and then we'll call it. Because I don't want to fight the rich kid next time. I don't like his "I bought my Pokemon" energy. Because it's all about friendship and knowing the taxonomy of a species. Can you donate $5 to catch another Wurmple? I don't have any donations set up or anything, so no. No, not more Wurmple, please. But I think that's a great place to stop it. We had our wipe, but we're almost back up. We're in a better spot, I think, with the addition of Pascal. I think Pascal is really going to do some heavy lifting. Ooh, thick fat. Very defensive then. Yeah. Yes, it's all about the Wurmple that will not be seeing any combat action whatsoever. But with that, I think that's where I'm going to end the stream for today. So thanks y'all for coming and hanging out. and join us next time. You know, we didn't do too bad, I think. So we'll be back next Sunday, same time, same channel. And I'll also be putting this on YouTube for funsies. So later, everybody. Bye.